the next step that we do want to say is actually what do you have? What have you been getting out of, things that are happening in your life? I guess when you do have that focus away from the whole idea is I can't, like you said, Tony, and I'm single focused and driven to what I really want and what I really have right now. I guess it's one step to have, recognize what you've really got. And there's a second step to have a real good focus on where you want to go.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Maybe.
Well, that's right. So the first thing is gratitude. Gratitude. If I think back to me when I started my own transformation back in 2015, it was gratitude. And it was about recognizing to be grateful for the things that I did have. Don't complain about the stuff that I don't have. Instead, be grateful for the things that I do have. And it's about creating an attitude of gratitude. And what I found is that when I started off, it was all the big things. It was the family, it was the house, it was the car, it was the big things. But a true attitude of gratitude is when you think about every little thing in your day and you're grateful for it. I'm grateful for the fact that you and I are able to have a chat on a Sunday morning, have some people tune in. You're in Sydney, I'm in Brisbane. Okay, it's a bit overcast, but I feel safe, I feel secure. I'm grateful for all those things. I'm grateful for modern technology, blah, 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 right? It's about creating an attitude of gratitude because here's the thing. When you're grateful about something, you become happy. It's like, oh my gosh, like look at all the let's think about the wonderful things that I do have as opposed to coming from a position of lack. So now I'm thinking about the great things that I do have. Doesn't mean that you don't have big goals for yourself. I've created a business out of getting people to create goals. So it's important to have something in front of you, but it's also important to recognize that around you, right here, right now, you have an enormous number of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things in your life. It's just you're not thinking of those. So start to think about those. Be grateful. And some tips for people on gratitude is you might start off every day just focusing on three things that you can be grateful for. If you do that each and every day over the next 7 days between now and when Luke and I come back, you are going to notice a significant shift by just doing that one thing. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a little bit of your time. Might take you 2 or 3 minutes of a morning, but spend some time thinking of 3 things to be grateful for the next 7 days, and then report back. I'd love for you to share with us how you went.
Yeah, absolutely. I know of people that actually just say what one thing they're grateful for, prior to eating dinner at night.
Yeah.
And there's different ideas and techniques that you can use to just really help you that one step. And I guess you're saying about being grateful, Tony, but also recognizing what you have accomplished in your journey as well. The recognition of, oh, wow, I did do that. And I guess we forget so much because we are often comparing ourselves to other people. We are often seeing the marketing, the advertising around people or the influencers or the people that are successful and celebrities and sports stars and so forth. We're seeing that all the time in front of our face. Yeah, recognizing how far you may have come in that journey.
Oh, 100%, and so I say look back for only 3 reasons, and that's one of them. Look back to see how far you've grown. Look back to see how far you've actually come, because we've all grown, so you think about where we were like 12 months ago today was when the coronavirus had really started to take effect, and there was an enormous amount of fear, and toilet paper was racing off the shelves, etc. Have a think about how you were feeling 12 months ago today, and have a think about in this country how you're feeling now. Now, you want to talk about something to be grateful for. Oh, my gosh. Like, that is a massive thing that we can be grateful for. You want to, see what you don't want. Turn the news on and have a look at the States or have a look at Europe, etc. So, be grateful for that side of things, because that's been a massive shift, and we've grown. Right, we've grown, right? So people back then were incredibly fearful, incredibly anxious, incredibly worried, and I understand that. And I'm not going to get into that specifically, but they've grown significantly because now they're not feeling as worried, as anxious, etc. That's one example. But there's so many examples where you haven't done something. A year ago, you hadn't done something, and now you've progressed. Gosh, and now you've progressed, and so it's the case of. Yeah, correct. It's a case of recognizing that you progressed. Like I talk about, progression is better than perfection. we talk about here regularly. Just do one more thing, like one more thing. If you can do one more thing today than you did yesterday, you are progressing. Your trajectory is heading in that direction, right? It doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean going from here to here instantaneously. It means going from here to here to here to here to here. And guess what happens when you look back and you go, holy wow, look at all the wonderful things that I've been able to achieve.
Yeah, Sean says, good morning, Luke and Tony, and happy Persian New Year. Congrats. Well, celebrations, I'm sure, for Sean and many other Persians that are out there celebrating. Our third point that we want to talk about is how do you continue on with abundance, Tony? This is the one that you really wanted to focus on today.
Absolutely, really want to focus on it. So it's about looking at the world differently, recognizing. So instead of saying there are no sales or there are no sales opportunities, where are the sales opportunities? What else do I have to go and do? So I'm flipping it around. When you ask better questions, you get better answers. What else can I do to get more sales? Who else do I need to go and speak to? Where else do I need to advertise? Whatever it might be. Same if you're in the property space. Instead of sitting there going, there is no deals. Like the number of people that are coming up to me at the moment going, oh, Tony, the market's so hot, there's no more deals. Oh, my gosh, if I had $1 for every time someone said that to me, then, be feet up for me, I can assure you. So the reality is there are plenty of deals out there. You've got a business that it's based on finding those opportunities for people. Now, it may be not as easy as it was 12 months ago or 18 months ago. Okay, work harder, find a better way, be creative, be innovative, do different things. Right. So that's the reality of the world. The world is progressing and you have to step up your game. If you're going to still operate the way you were 2 years ago and expect to get the same results, well, or expect to get better results, well, that's called insanity. You've got to go and change things up. You've got to adapt to the marketplace and think abundantly. When you start to say to yourself, the deal with my name on it, it's out there, or the sales with my name on it is out there, I just need to work a bit harder to find it. I just need to, uncover, turn over some rocks, go and try something different. What else can I do? Ask better questions, and you're going to get better answers.
Yeah,
but abundance.
It's all about those questions you can ask yourself. And if you are struggling in those ways, you probably, a good space to work in with this is, having a coach to ask those better questions of yourself if you are struggling. Have that accountability around, or deep dive into some of those issues of scarcity that you may have, and really focus on that shift towards an abundant state, that things will come, or maybe it's like, I'll never have enough money and things like that. All those ideas, never have enough, can't do this, can't do that, all those ideas, that if we can have that shift towards abundance, then we are going to open ourselves up to the opportunities, I feel, Tony.
Well, thoughts become things. If I keep telling myself I'm never going to have enough, guess what? It's true. Great. You've reinforced your own theory. Versus, what else can I do? What are the other things that I can do? And also the gratitude bit. I am so happy with what I've got. Yes, I've got a goal in front of me and I'm striving towards that and I'm progressing towards that goal. But I'm so happy with the things that I've got. It just makes me feel wonderful that I've got a roof over my head, and food, and kids in school, and kids healthy, and whatever it might be. And I'm grateful for those wonderful, wonderful things. And here's the thing. You cannot be negative and grateful at the same time. So when you're grateful, you're happy. Now, when you're happy, are you more or less productive? Well, you're more productive because you want to do more, right? So it's about get yourself into the right frame of mind, get yourself grateful. Gratitude leads to happiness. Happiness will lead to doing more stuff, doing more things, the things that you love doing, right? The things that you love doing, and recognizing that there is enough out there. There is enough out there for everybody, right? And regardless of what you're currently doing, what job you're doing, what business you've got, whether you're in property, whatever, there is always enough for everybody. And start to have that mindset of sharing, helping. There is enough. The deal of the century happens every week. There's enough, small businesses from a sales opportunity. There is enough. It's just you've got to work a little harder to get to where you need to get to.
Tony, just on wrapping it up for today about scarcity, I actually had a thought yesterday, and I saw someone laugh, and it made me like smile and almost laugh myself. And I just thought, laughter encourages laughter. Maybe abundance encourages abundance.
I love that. It's great, great, thought-provoking thought, because it's about starting. No, but it's about starting. So it's about see, initially when you do this, you're going to have to force yourself to think differently, because you've thought this particular way your whole life. Maybe you've thought scarcely your whole life. So don't think for a moment that it's a case of, oh, I heard these two blokes on a Sunday morning, they said think abundantly. Whoa, so it'll take conscious effort to do this. But when you do things repetitively over and over and over again, then it becomes habitual. We talked earlier about the fact you don't think about breathing, you don't think about walking, you just do that. And there's so many other examples of things that we just don't think about. So when you educate and train yourself to think abundantly, then all of a sudden it becomes habitual. And now you just do it naturally, right? Because you've been practicing this over and over and over. So abundance does lead to abundance. Thinking abundantly does lead to thinking more abundantly, because you've started to activate that. Instead of saying, and I hear this all the time, people say, I'll be happy when I achieve that goal, when I achieve that milestone, that $1 million, that property, that whatever, I'm going to start being happy then. And I say, no, you're not. You're not. Because seeing happiness and abundance is a choice. And you can choose to do that right now. It doesn't cost a damn thing, right? Creating wealth in property is going to take time or effort, or creating success in small business takes time or effort. But choosing to be happy, choosing to be abundant, choosing to be grateful right now is a choice. You can change it instantaneously. And so it's recognizing that don't wait until a certain milestone to be happy or to be grateful or to feel abundant. Do those things now. And here's the beauty of the universal laws. When you're happy now, abundant now, grateful now, guess what actually happens? Now, law of attraction, you're pushing all that out into the universe. Have a guess what's coming back your way? All those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things, those wonderful thoughts, those wonderful feelings. And guess what? You're going to create the success that you have been dreaming of, because you're working towards something happily, with gratitude, and you're looking at the world as there's so many opportunities.
All right. Well, guys, it's been a great session of the Sunday Mindset session. Thank you so much, Tony, Meredith. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back again next Sunday, 8 a.m. Brisbane, 9 a.m. Sydney, before we head to daylight saving, I think the week after it finishes. Tony, everyone, bye for now. Have a great Sunday.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye.